All right, here's my second attempt at making this video because I sent the first one I made to my husband just for some feedback, and he said, that is not authentically you. That is not the woman I see on training calls every day, talking to her people, yelling at the camera. And so this is my second take at not trying to look calm and super collected and all kinds of wisdomous, if that's a word. Here is the real me that I hope can help the real you. I've been in sales for a long time. I am so grateful that I have achieved success and income that very few ever get to experience, and I am so grateful for that. But before I got into sales over a decade ago, I couldn't stand salespeople. I couldn't stand, this is back in the day when like the salespeople were very intense at furniture stores, and I was, 18, 19, looking to buy furniture for my first apartment. I would just get this like yucky feeling walking in the store, knowing that the salespeople were gonna come up and try to sell me, right? And so eventually, I found myself leaving the restaurant industry and getting into sales myself. But here's the really cool part. What I learned when I was in the field, and now that I've been leading top performers across the country for over 5 years in leadership, is it's not what you think makes people successful in sales. The other day I was looking online for some great sales training just to be inspired. And what I found were people talking about scripts. I found these considered the top sales gurus teaching how to overcome objections. These conversations are outdated. The overcoming objections line is outdated. The line that says you don't sell a product, you don't sell a feature, a benefit, but you sell a solution, it's outdated. Why? Because we are human beings. We don't buy products or services or solutions. We buy how those things make us feel. That's what we buy. Actually, let me correct myself. We buy how those things might make us feel, the hope of how they're going to make us feel. That's why we buy. It's not about how good your presentation is. It is about how good you are at being present. You can memorize every script in the world. You can have a rebuttal for every objection that you think exists. And you know what? That'll make you successful. I can't deny it. It will make you successful on some level, on a decent level. But you want to be the best? You want to be great? You have a heart to truly serve people and help people, and you want it to be unlimited? Then it's not about what you say. It's about who you are and how to be. And that's what gets me passionate, is teaching people to trust themselves. Teaching people how to be themselves in their sales process. How to forget the script. How to not worry about the rebuttal that you memorized and that you practiced 100 times. Throw it all away. Throw it all away. People are buying the hope of whatever product and service you sell is going to give them. What feeling? The hope of that feeling is what they're buying. And that starts with how you make them feel. This is what I love about sales, is if you have a heart to serve the people that you meet, and you truly are convicted and have belief in what it is that you sell, you become unstoppable. There isn't an objection in the world that you're afraid of, because you don't see it as an objection. You see it as information. Information that will help you advocate for them. I'm so tired of these external trainings around how to, what to say and how to say it. And what questions you should ask. Man, your own genuine curiosity will get you there. Your curiosity is different than my curiosity. Lean into that. You already have it. You don't need to learn exactly what questions to ask, because every person you meet is going to be different. Every person you meet is going to have a different feeling that they're after. Being in a leadership role, which is such a gift, I get to see our top performers. I get to watch them in action. And what I look for is what do they all have in common? I'll tell you what they don't all have in common. It might not be what you think. They're not all the same personality. They don't all have the same tone. They don't even do presentations, let alone have the same presentation. What I find consistently though, across my top performers, they are unapologetically, authentically themselves. That means if they have big energy and are super passionate, that's how they are in front of the people that they're looking to sell, the people they're looking to help. If they are more introverted and they have that calm, quiet energy, that's how they show up in the opportunities that they're given. Regardless of the personality, they are authentically themselves. Why does that matter? Because most of communication isn't your words. It is whether or not what you're saying is something that you believe in your heart, in your mind. It's when there's alignment, when your actions, your intentions, and your words all align. That is authenticity. And that energy, oh man. I don't know if you watched Alyssa win gold in the Olympics. It's that energy. That energy creates connection. Everyone's freaked out about AI and what AI is doing. And let's just be really real. AI will be able to do a better presentation than anybody. It will be able to teach you every single statement that you can use to overcome objections. Every question you could ask to uncover needs and want. But what it won't teach is how to connect with someone, because that is our aura. That is our energy. That is what makes us human. It's that feeling that you just get around some people, right? It matters so much that you feel free to be your authentic self. We don't need a bunch of more people like me in the world selling. We don't need a bunch of more people like your top performer in whatever firm or business you might be in. What we need are people to feel free to be themselves, because when they are themselves and they are doing it for the right reasons, the people they're looking to help will feel that. They'll connect with it. Their guard will come down, and they will feel empowered to make a great decision. So if I had 3 things that I wanted to give you to level your sales career up, to make you a top performer, here's my 3. I mean, I've got a whole ton more, but here's the 3 most important ones I've learned over my time in sales. Number 1, your superpower is you. I know it sounds cheesy. I know it does, but it's the truth. Nobody can be you better than you can be you. And people's bullshit meters are good. Nobody wants a perfect presentation. What they want is the real you. That's number 1. Number 2, use your genuine curiosity to seek to understand the people you're meeting with or the person you're meeting with. Genuinely seek to understand what it's like to be in their shoes and to understand what it is they're hoping to accomplish or what feeling it is that they are chasing. And number 3, you must have belief and conviction in what it is that you are selling. You can say all the features and benefits and solutions, but if you don't believe in the value of what it is you're selling, that's what they will feel. Forget the words. People don't remember the words. They remember how you make them feel. And so your conviction and belief has to be unshakable. So what if you're in a company right now and you don't believe in what you're selling? Well, then I highly recommend you find somebody in your company who does have that belief and conviction. Challenge them. Ask them questions. Poke holes in their belief. And if they can transfer that belief onto you, then borrow it. Borrow it until you get your own. But if you seek to find that belief and you cannot find it in the product or the service that you're currently selling, I recommend you move on down the line. Find something that you can be passionate about, something that you can really truly feel like you are helping people, because that's the name of the game. Sales is so wonderful. It is everything. It's what we do as parents. It's what our teenagers do to us. Sales is nothing more than influence. Use it for good. Those that understand their influence influence and they use it to advocate for other people, they use it for good, that's what this world needs. It doesn't need more scripts. It doesn't need more fucking ways to overcome an objection. It needs real, genuine people like you to be yourself. And to be genuinely interested in learning about those you meet so that you can serve them the best way possible. Because like I said, people are not buying products, services, features, benefits, or solutions. They're buying the feeling that those things might give them. The hope of that feeling is what they're buying. Once you get this, you'll become unstoppable. And I hope to be a part of that in your journey. Because what wakes me up inside, what lights me up, is seeing people step into their own power, understanding that it's not them trying to become someone else. But in order to be great in sales, in order to have massive influence, you gotta show up as yourself. So if you only take one thing away from this video, please hear me. Your superpower is you. And I wanna help bring more of your authentic self out so that in every sales interaction you have, those that you meet with will feel it. They'll feel it in your energy. They'll know your heart is to help them. And then that way you don't have to worry about the result. The sales, they just happen. They just happen. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one.